Okay, so we're going to start with more the grounding cord and cord cutting because, like I said, if you reinforce the information twice within the same week, then you're building a pattern and a habit, and so it's not like reinventing the wheel. And my hope for you is that you get to keep these tools forever, and you get to utilize them even when your eyes are open, and you get to utilize them on the spot. If you're feeling triggered or if you've lost your seniority in any way, you can just ground it out or cut the cord with the exchange or whatever in real time. And in order to help these tools really work in real time, practice makes permanence. And so the more we practice outside of real time, dedicate your meditation practice to it, the easier it'll be to call them up when you need them. And because they're new to you, you're just barely building new neural pathways. And so if you don't reinforce those neural pathways within a week, then they kind of dissipate and fade away. So that's why we're doing it twice this week, this upcoming meditation of the grounding cord and cord cutting, so that they don't dissipate, and then every time you give back to them, it'll just go deeper and form those healthier thought patterns and energy patterns and behavior patterns. And about the cord cutting, because a really great question came up in discussion. So cord cutting doesn't necessarily mean that you're, it's not like giving somebody the finger or anything like that. It's not like, you can use cord cutting to let go of unwanted energies and unwanted contracts, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily letting go of the person on the other end of the cord, or that you even have to be angry at them. What the cord is it is an energetic agreement between two beings, but that agreement is trapped in this time-space continuum. So that agreement suggests an older version of the person, an older version of you, and every time you're looking at whoever you're looking at through the cord, it's almost like you regress back to that version of you, they regress back to that version of them. And so it's cord cutting is liberating for both parties. And so you can cord cut with your partner, and it doesn't mean you're about to get a divorce or anything like that. It actually means you can see them with new eyes and take in this most present, most self-actualized version of them, and oftentimes offer them even greater love. So going back to the example of the woman who loved to sing as a kid and her mom had migraines and would ask her to sing elsewhere. So cutting that cord doesn't mean that she's angry at her mom or she's saying, like, get out of my life. It means this agreement that we had that I can't be self-expressed is over, and now I can take mom in for all the love that she's offering me instead of the control, the perceived control or the perceived limitations, but I actually get to see all of my mom instead of just this one fixed version of my mom, and vice versa. And mom could see all of the child and like be happy for her self-expression instead of like that hurts me. So just to clarify that, we'll go into this first meditation will be very brief, just to reinforce the grounding cord, reinforce the cord cutting, do the detox, and then we'll come out of that meditation and do the retox. And so when we come out of that initial meditation, we'll start off with a self-love meditation and create a happy bubble within. And then I'll teach you a little bit about your aura and how to keep that happy bubble and keep those energetic boundaries, and so that you get to resonate with that self-love. That's what that point on the outside of everyone's wrist does, is it just, and that's what that crystal does in the center of your ear, just helps you maintain the self-love, and so that you're not picking up on environmental energy, and if you do, you'll just ground it out, and also so that you're not too porous and an energy sponge and matching your environment. So somebody else could be having a bad day, and it won't mess with your own personal ecosystem. But we'll start with the stuff that you've already done. And as always, we'll start with a few slow, deep breaths to really engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that divine feminine and lets you accept and receive and trust the process. So inhaling, allowing your eyes to close, and inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, holding it for 2, 1, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, inhaling for 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 2, 1, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. So as I mentioned, once the grounding cord accumulates energy, it's like filling up a vacuum, so it loses efficacy. So we'll start with destroying the grounding cord that we created early on in the week and creating a new one. So wherever you're seeing your grounding cord, whatever hollow tube you were using, whatever material you had created it out of, just imagine that grounding cord simply retracting into the center of the earth. It's going to fall all the way down into the center of the earth and disappear. Scan your body, scan your space to acknowledge what it's like to feel ungrounded, because we learn through contrast, and so that you can have a better understanding of what it feels like to be grounded. And so without this grounding cord, this is what this feels like. And then go ahead and create a whole new grounding cord for today, imagining a hollow tube of your choice, made out of any material of your choice, that extends from you all the way down into the center of the earth. It's like you're sitting on top of this hollow tube. It is hollow, so the law of gravity running through it creates a gentle vacuum that helps you release all unwanted energies. Gravity will naturally, easily, and effortlessly conduct all that energy into the Earth's core. We'll just start off with some colors, then we'll assign value to some colors, and then we'll cut a couple cords and move on to the self-love. Imagining all the gray in your space, now leaving your space, any gray from your head, from your toes, from your chest, your back, all of that gray is making its way towards the top of your grounding cord, at the base of your spine or hip level. And all of that gray is now working with the law of gravity and going all the way down your grounding cord, working with the law of gravity so it's totally easy and effortless. All the way down. Watch as all the gray disappears into the center of the earth. Feel what it's like without all the gray in your energy field. Watch as the center of the earth absorbs it all, fully trusting the earth to take care of this. It'll neutralize this energy, redistribute it so everyone wins. Great. Good job. Now that you have an understanding of your grounding cord, you can play around with it in between colors. Do you want it to be a little bit wider? Do you want it more narrow? Do you need to reinforce the walls, make them thicker? Scan your grounding cord. Is it directly underneath you? Is it veering off to the side at all? You have all the power in this, so you can adjust your grounding cord to better serve you right here and now. And we'll try it out with grounding out the color pink. Imagining any pink in your energy field, in your body, now making its way towards the top of that grounding cord. And then the law of gravity is navigating all that pink down your grounding cord, all the way down until the pink disappears into the center of the earth. And you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. You're doing great. The earth will neutralize it, redistribute it, so everyone wins. And scan your space. Create some self-awareness. How does it feel without the pink? How does it feel without the gray? Is it a little bit more comfortable to be in your space? As we discussed, for some of you, it might be a little less comfortable if you're used to carrying all these energies. For some of you, it feels like freedom. Simply acknowledging it. There's no right answer. Cultivating that self-awareness. The more you know yourself, the more you know what's not yours, so that you can ground out all that's not yours, so that you're left with only what's yours, and intuition and self-love and authenticity are a natural byproduct of that. Adjusting your grounding cord if needed. And let's assign some value. So how about any judgment of self, judgment of others? We'll call the color green. And just scanning your space for the color green. If you see it, great, send it down your grounding cord. And if you don't see it, you'll just simply create it at the very top of your grounding cord and then send it all the way down your grounding cord. So all that green, as it accumulates at the very top of your grounding cord, is just sucked right into your grounding cord, and it's going all the way down your grounding cord, working with the law of gravity, so it's totally easy and effortless, all the way down until the green disappears into the center of the earth. Right. And you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. And then simply scanning back in, how does it feel to let go of all the green? Let's try another color. Let's imagine any limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs, all the shoulds, all the can'ts. Any sort of limitations we'll call the color blue. And same thing, you're going to scan your space for the color blue. You might see it, you might feel it, you may simply just know that it's there. And whether or not you are seeing the blue color, you'll have the opportunity to envision it at the very top of your grounding cord and send it all the way down. So all that blue is easily, effortlessly moving all the way down your grounding cord, working with the law of gravity, moving all the way down until the blue disappears into the center of the earth. And you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. The earth will neutralize the energy, redistribute it, so that everyone wins. And how about any energy stuck in the past? Let's call the color red. Any past pain, any past trauma. We're just going to offer ourselves a clean slate. So letting all this red color go. Imagining any red in your head, in your toes, in your arms, your legs, stomach, back. All of that red accumulating at the very top of your grounding cord, and then the grounding cord sucks it right down and into the center of the earth. All of the red moving all the way down your grounding cord, easily and effortlessly. All the way down. You're maintaining your space. You're not going down your grounding cord with the red. You're just hanging out here and sending the red down until it gets absorbed into the center of the earth, and you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. You're doing great. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and fill in with a golden sun just to reinforce all this good work. Imagining a huge golden sun hovering at about 2 feet above your head. You've done this a few times now, so you have the ability to expand your golden sun even larger than you've ever used. Seeing your name in the form of a magnet in the center of your golden sun. Watching as your golden sun is attracting back all your own source energy, your life force energy, your authenticity, your very own bright light. And as your golden sun fills up and in with your own personal power, your authenticity, your golden sun is acting as a filter and keeping any energy that's attached to yours right outside of your sun. And it's bringing all that energy inside the sun and resonating it with current time and space so that it best serves you right here and now and helps you be powerfully present to all the gifts and blessings this moment has to offer and to all your own personal power. And when it's all the way full, so full that it looks like it might just explode, you can poke a hole in the bottom of it and let all that gold light in. All that gold light is going to come in from the very top of your head where that point is, your crown chakra, all that gold light coming in from the top of your head, falling straight down to your toes and filling you in from toe to head, filling in your toes and feet, ankles, calves, and shins, your knees, your thighs, every single cell in your body, vibrating at your own personal power, your bright light. This is the energy that works best for you, your entire torso, your shoulders, your elbows, your arms, forearms, hands, and fingers, and your neck, face, and head. From this position of power, let's scan the front of our energy system, the front of your body, for any energy cords. We went into greater depth last time with the energy cords and explored who was on the other end of it, what contracts, what agreements were there. If you're running short on time and you just know you're cording into something or there's some past energy that's pulling you off track, you can simply do a scan. And whatever energy cords you're seeing, you're totally intuitive, you've got this, trust whatever it is that you're seeing. You can now heal yourself by bringing in a golden pair of scissors and simply cutting them all away. So that golden scissors, they're going to cut any and every single energy cord that might be in the front. The front suggests mutual contracts and agreements with others. And then just watch as all those energy cords dissipate and fade right away. Cultivating self-awareness, what does it feel like getting rid of all those cords? For me, I just always feel like I can take a deeper breath. I feel a little bit more free, lighter, brighter. We also tend to have energy cords in the back. These are agreements that other people want to make with us. So maybe your boss really wants that promotion for you, and they're gunning for you, but you don't want that workload. You don't want to absorb another team. And so you're not agreeing to it, but they really want this. It'll help their life out. It'll help the company out, whatever. Those energy cords cord into the back because you're not agreeing to it, but you like something about that agreement. You like that they trust you as much. You like how valuable you feel to the company. You like that level of respect. So something within your system is saying, I want you to want this for me, but I don't want to agree to it. So those energy cords hang out in the back. You're simply going to scan your back for any of those cords. We all saw them differently. They might look like wires. They might look like those fiber optic cords. They might look like yarn, like string. However you're seeing them is a reflection of your bright light, your authenticity, and your intuition, and you're doing it wonderfully well and perfectly. Whatever you are seeing, you're simply going to bring in those golden pair of scissors again, or one huge giant golden pair of scissors, and you're just going to snip, 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 and cut all those energy cords from the back, releasing yourself of all those agreements so that you can be you, so that you can be free of any sort of these obligations or commitments that aren't actually bringing out the best in you. They're not helping you rise. They're limiting you, and they're trapping you into time, a fixed time-space continuum that no longer even exists. Just letting go of all of that, watching as those cords disappear into outer space, never to be seen again. Bringing in that self-awareness. How does it feel to be free of the cords in the front, free of the cords in the back? When you look down, you're still grounded. So anything that might trigger you through this experience, you'll just turn into color and ground out your grounding cord immediately and instantaneously. And then we'll reinforce all the cord cutting with a final golden sun before transitioning into the self-love portion. So imagining a big, bright, shiny golden sun hovering at about 2 feet above your head, filling up and in with all your own source energy, your very own personal power. It's like you're watching a pitcher of water fill in, watching as gold light comes in from the past, filling in your golden sun, watching as gold light comes in from the future. Any gold light that you may have left with people, places, thoughts, events, it's all pouring back into your golden sun. Any gold light that you may have left with objects, possessions, thought forms, energy patterns, it's all pouring into your golden sun. When your golden sun is so full that it looks like it might just burst or explode, you're welcome to write an affirmation across it or set it to your desired intention. Maybe it's, I go with the flow. Maybe it is, I am love, I am peace. Maybe you're using this time to help contribute to world peace. You could simply write world peace across your golden sun. And when your golden sun is all the way full, that intention is set, you can poke a hole in the bottom of it and let all that energy in. So all that beautiful light is going to come in from the very top of your head, fall straight down to your toes, and fill you up from toe to head, filling in your toes, your feet, your ankles, calves and shins, filling in your knees, your thighs, your hips, stomach and back, chest and shoulders, arms, forearms, hands and fingers, filling in your neck, face and head. All those internal organs, all your bones, tendons, ligaments are vibrating off your own personal power, your bright light, your personally set intentions, making it that much easier for you to live in alignment with your power and with these personally set intentions, affirmations. And when you're all the way full, you can go ahead and wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, allow your eyes to gently open. Welcome yourself